Good day, everyone, and thanks for joining me today. My name still remains Matiken, and if you're new to my channel, please go ahead and turn on the notification button and click on subscribe so that when I post my subsequent videos, you will be the first to see it. And if you're new to my channel, please also comment, share to your friends so that when they can more people can reach the video can reach more people. So without wasting much of your time, let's jump into pixellab and continue from our last class. So I open the pixellab. You can see, if you watch my last video, this was where we stopped. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on the next option, which is shadow. And before that, let me remove this background I'm masking. Let me remove this. Okay, sorry, I'm going to put off this masking. Okay, and I'm going to put off this background. Okay, now let's go ahead and add some shadows to it. Okay, now what the shadow does is, you can see it adds, okay, if I increase, you can see adding some shadow, it makes your work look as if it's placed on something. Okay, it makes your work look as if it's placed on something. So that's the work of shadow. You can change the color of the shadow depending on what you want. You can change the color, you can change it to black, you can change it to red. Just watch the shadow and see what's happening. Let me increase it so that you see the shadow. You can change it. The more you change the shadow colors, the more it changes. Okay, now that's for the shadow. Now for the inner shadow, maybe you want some inside. You can see what's happening. You can see there's a change in, you can see what's happening. Look inside those texts, you can see what's happening. So that's just that about for the inner shadows. Maybe you want something cool inside, you can just use the inner shadow. Then that for the emboss helps the text look so metallic. Maybe you want it to look as if it's metallic in nature, so the emboss helps you do that. You can see what's happening. Okay, you can see it, what's happening. It looks as if it's a kind of metallic in nature. So that's just that. This lightening, this what I'm doing here, helps the direction of the light. Okay, it makes it look as if there's a light shining on the text, so that if someone looks at it, he say, yes, fine, this thing looks as if there's a sunlight on the text. So that's this lightening here. So the next thing here is perspective. I won't really talk about this perspective now, but later I will do something about it. Next is 3D rotation. You can see what's happening. It's a 3D rotation. You can either turn the text this way and leave it, or you can leave it that way. That's a 3D rotation for you. The next is the 3D itself. Now this 3D, you can see I've put it on. You need to enable it for it to work. Click on the enable. Everything you do, you need to enable. So you can see, if you increase the depth of the 3D. Okay, now I'm going to X rotation. You can see what's happening depending on how you want the 3D. Okay, this helps in rotating. Now you can see, you can turn it this way, you can turn it that way, depending on how you want it. Now this thing there is the Z rotation. This turns it anyhow you want it. Now the next thing on this thing is the light angle. You can see what's happening. The more you turn it, the 3D also have light angle. You can increase the intensity or decrease the intensity. Now this is for shadow. Okay, you need to learn the other shadow I showed you. You need to practice on it, learn it very well before you could understand what's actually happening in this particular shadow. Then this is for specular hardness. Maybe you want the text itself to be dim, or the 3D text to be dim. Uses speculative hardness. Okay, that's that about the 3D. Then this is for 3D shadow. Okay, this is for the 3D shadow. Sorry, this is for the 3D shadow. Let me put it on so you see what's happening. The 3D shadow, if I put it on, I want you to see something. there's a line, something like a black line around it. It's something that looks like a black line. So that's what I want you to see. Then the next thing is reflection. Okay, enable it. You can see it looks as if there's a reflection. So that is that about the editing, text editing. Okay, I will continue with the next class. Alright, if you're new to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe and turn on the notification button. Thank you so much. I will see you in my next class.